Good evening, Munchie Mafia. Tonight we're doing the mystery wheel of misfortune with chicken gizzards, rice, leeks, and dark chocolate. So let's get to it.
Somewhere in Washington there is an antique kitchen in the shadows of Mount Rainier, where the Munchie Mafia meets every magical Monday night for hours of fun and laughter with the turn of the mighty wheel of culinary misfortune. The wheel spins round and round, stopping on one ingredient at a time. Some are winners, some are losers. Who the hell suggested Twizzlers? You are going to hell for that one. Like and subscribe to Munchie Mafia Official and flick the bell icon for notifications. Thanks for coming, dear friends. So let's get this dumpster fire started. Let's work some magic together with twisted ingredients that you chose, with a stirry stir and a whiskey whisper.
Okay, so today at the grocery store, I'm like, okay, we live out in the middle of freaking nowhere, and we have a total of 3 grocery stores and a meat market within fairly close proximity. And the meat market is closed, so that's out of the question. And the other 3 grocery stores, it's no bueno with the whole chicken gizzard thing. So we had to substitute for chicken livers because that's all I could find. They did have some chicken gizzards, but they had one package, and it was like half hearts and half gizzards, and the amount of gizzards they had in there was not enough to make a single portion. So I was like, they only had one package. But they had plenty of chicken livers, so we are doing chicken livers instead. Let's take a look and see. What? Maybe we got an echo. Did you turn the See, this is why I told you we needed to leave that thing off. Here.
Right there. Yeah.
No. No. Alright, desktop audio. Properties. No, that's off. How about now? Is it still working? What the hell? Let's see here. Black magic. Desktop audio. It's fixed? Okay, cool. Alright. I don't know what the hell I did, but anyway. Yeah, I don't understand. Anyhow, so as I was saying, so we're kind of stuck with chicken livers. That was the best I could do. It's either that or just cancel it and do something else. And I really didn't want to, because I was like really embracing this, because I had this brilliant idea. It could be a brilliant idea, or it could be a suck-ass idea. We don't know yet. So we'll soon see. So what we got here is we got our chicken livers. We'll just pretend they're chicken gizzards. We've got our dark chocolate. Let me grab the case here real quick. Or not. Dark chocolate. And we've got butter because we have to have butter. And then we've got some green chilies. Those are out of a can. Because we're going with budget friendly, right? So we're going to use stuff that we have in our pantry, fridge, or freezer in order to make all these mystery ingredients happen. And mind you, I've got a lot of things in my pantry, so except for rice. I was low on rice, but I found this. So this is Vigo saffron yellow rice. So we're going to start with that first because that's going to take the longest. And let's grab our pot. Whoops. Of course, you have to have scissors for this. Oh, scissors. Scissors. And this stuff has got all sorts of goodies in it. Give it a stir just to mix it all up so you don't end up with a giant clump of something in the bottom. And any rice-centric country is going to tell you, you take your finger and you put it on the very top of the rice. Let's see, let's mix it together so it's all level. So stick it on top of the rice and pour water over to it until you hit your knuckle. And that's about it right there. Maybe just a smidge more. And then what you do is you put it on the stove to boil. So we're going to get that boiling. And when it starts boiling rapidly, then what we're going to do is we're going to kill the heat down to low, put a lid on it, and just forget about it for a while. So let's take a look and see who we have in the chat. We've got, what? Oh, shit, what the hell? Oh, here we go. All right, so we've got David Bennett and Mason Hiffner, Peaceful Des and Demoose, Greg, Retirement Days, Dream to Disturber. Then we got, and that's what we got. So hello and welcome. All right. So while that's boiling, what we're going to do is we're going to take some eggs. This is just 2 eggs. And we're going to give it a splash of milk. And not forget to put the milk away at the end of the night. And we're just going to mix that together. We also have our leeks, and they are sliced. We only have just the whites, and the little bits of light green is basically what's in the center of it. So they've been shaved pretty thin. We're going to saute these up here shortly. But what are we going to do with the chocolate, Civvy? What are we going to do with the chocolate? Well, you know, one of the nice things about being pretty well versed in cuisines across very many cultures is that you can always try to pair a flavor up with something and call it a day. So what we're going to make to go with these chicken livers is adobo sauce. And first off, what we're going to do is we're going to get this pan warm. We're also going to get this pan back here warm. That one's going to take a little bit. Now that that's all mixed together. And so we have our leeks, and we have our green chilies. We also have some garlic paste, apple cider vinegar, a little bit of chicken stock, bay leaves, smoked paprika, and a partridge in a pear tree. Let me grab this tablet, pop this out, pop over here. And I hope everybody's doing all right. Hey, Anthony, welcome. So, let's see here. I need some butter. Give it a little knob of butter. Oh, why is my burner acting up on me? So I go back to work tomorrow. Had 3 days off. Went to go get a 90-minute massage yesterday. Really desperately needed it. I'm really sore. My massage therapist, she really just loves to reef on my messed up shoulder. So it's just been a relaxing day. 2 days actually. I was gonna do a video yesterday and just couldn't muster up the energy. Just was not feeling well. I think it was partly the massage and the fact that I didn't drink enough water beforehand and afterwards. Okay, so now we got a lot of movement on our pot in the back, so we're going to actually turn that down to a low and put a lid on it. And that's going to take about 25 minutes or so. Okay, so now our butter is looking all nice and delicious. We're going to do about this much of it. This will start to shrink down a little bit. We want to be able to get some flavor into our dish. And since we're not using onions, we're using leeks, which is very similar, but they're just not as powerful. And they have a very delicate flavor to it. You just want to keep an eye on it. And then the rest of it, I don't know, what do you think? You think we should do some crispy leek straws to go on the very top as a garnish? Let me know what you think. Would you like to see the leeks done 2 ways? I'll let you guys figure that one out. So, just type in crispy leeks in chat if you want to see crispy leeks, or if I should just call it one and done and just throw all the rest of it in the pan. We got our pack of wood spurtle that the onesie women really love. Just going to move this around just a little bit just so that we got the pan all nice and covered. Oh. Huh? Oh, you're talking to them? Okay. God, that fan is so noisy. Crispy leeks. Okay, so far we got 1 person for crispy leeks. Do I get a 2? Or just say 1 and done if you want me to just throw it all in the pot or in the pan. Hello, Tiger. Welcome. We're just sauteing up the leeks. I just explained that gizzards were not to be found at the store unless I also wanted to buy hearts. And for the amount of gizzards that was in the package, there was like 3 ounces of gizzards in there, roughly thereabouts, maybe even a little bit less. The rest of it was hearts. It's like, who the hell does that? Who the hell puts hearts and gizzards together? I remember back in the day when you could just go to the store and pick up a package of just gizzards, and now it's like, nope. Maybe it's just the area that I live in. You know, they're starting to get a little on the bougie side, all because of that giant housing development that's being built over there. So the question, Tiger, is should we do the other half right here as crispy leeks, these are leeks, or add it all to the pan? So that's a question. So if you think crispy leeks, type crispy leeks. Hello, Larry. Welcome. Yeah, I know you prefer hearts. I remember we had a conversation about that. And crispy and crispy. So far, 2 crispies. All right. So I'm just breaking them up so that they're all nice little ringlets instead of little coins from the centers. And you want to let this get all nice and happy. And well, that one's like the core. I don't think we can use that one. We'll just set it right there. Okay, so crispy leeks it is. What the heck, crispy? Okay, so what the heck? It's what the heck. It is what the heck. All right. So these are nice and softened. Unlike onions, these have a tendency to burn rather quickly. As you can see, we got a lot of color starting to form on these. So we're going to want to start hitting this with some liquid to help retard that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with apple cider vinegar. Rinse off the spurtle here with it while we're at it. And we're going to let this reduce in the pan over medium-high heat. You do not want to breathe directly over the pan, because what's going to happen is you're going to start choking. We're going to add some bay leaves. Just got to have bay leaves. I like to go a little heavy on the bay leaves. And some salt. Some smoked paprika. Oh my god, I hate these shakers. These shakers are like the Antichrist. Alright, there we go. Oh my god, why? Come on. Come out of there. And go a little heavy on that. You want to get a lot of that flavor. And then peppercorns. And then we're going to reduce this to what's known as Ossack, which is just so that it's just barely any liquid at the very bottom. Oops. Whole peppercorns, yes. This is kind of a Filipino-ish dish. It's the only way that I could think of to incorporate chocolate into this dish without it being weird. Of course, it is going to be weird because I'm weird and all of this is weird. Okay, minced garlic paste. We want to go fairly heavy on that. Now we want to give it a little bit of an umami. So we're going to just put a little splash of soy sauce in there. Just a little splash. Then we're just going to mix all of this together. It's going to start to smell really fragrant. Now, if you want, you could put a little bit of fish sauce in there too, but we're not going to go there because that's going to be just a little weird with the livers. Okay. So there. Now we got that going and doing its thing. We'll set the spurtle aside. Hello, Victoria. And at some point, we're going to want to start giving it some of this chicken stock, so we'll get that ready. And yeah, I know I'm using a can opener weird. All right. And another funny thing about the grocery store, or actually Costco, I should say Costco. Another funny thing about Costco today was there was a sign in the dairy section, sorry, we're all out of eggs. It's a lot of eggs. Okay, so now we're gonna put the green chilies in there. Now these are not very spicy at all. It's gonna give it a little bit of a twist. Also, the acid from the apple cider vinegar is also gonna help to cut back on some of that spice. All right. Now there's that. We're gonna just take a flick at our oil over there in the other pot. is doing well. We're going to actually transfer this one over and let it do its thing. I'm going to pop this one on over. All right. Turn that back up, turn this one down. All right. Wow, I breathed that in. All right. So I don't want to get our crispy leeks all weird and gooey. So what we're going to do is we're going to do those first and just let them rest on some paper towels. And next week we've got a couple of videos coming up over the weekend. One of them is smoked corned beef, and I'm gonna dive a little deeper into how to smoke garlic. So that's coming up very soon, and as well as a gluten-free, dairy-free cheesecake. I'm gonna give you one of my little tricks to that. Okay, so this is just some flour, and it's got salt and pepper and a little bit of smoked paprika. What I do want, if I can find it, is a little smidgen of Jim Baldridge, because I freaking love this stuff. I love this stuff to death, and you know, they're not a sponsor, but I firmly believe in their product. We're actually going to put some of that in there too. Normally it would be Old Bay, but lately I've been having this real awesome love affair with this stuff, and I'm not sure if I'm facing the right direction. Jim Baldridge's Secret Seasoning, and the website is baldridgeseasoning.com. Killing It and Grilling It knows a person personally, and that's who I got it from, was Killing It and Grilling It. He sent me a few jars of it, and just to give it a whirl. It was so very sweet of him to do that. Okay, so we're just dredging these lightly in that. And hello, Teresa. Welcome. No, we're not cooking any sausage today, by the way. All right. Let's drop a couple in, see where we're at. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's gonna be mighty fine. Now, whenever you're deep frying over the stove, you want to just don't crowd your oil, because you could end up bubbling up, especially if you got a natural gas stove, because it can be a little bit on the dangerous side. Because if the oil starts to bubble up or it pops, it could just ignite, and you can have your day ruined. You can have a kitchen fire in no time. All right, there we go. About the time that you go and touch one of them and try to press it together, and they don't spring back, they're pretty much done. It doesn't take very long at all. So now we're going to just take these out. Just let them sit on a paper towel. Just drop the rest of them in here. You know, give them a good shaky shake. Shake off the excess. See how it's starting to really bubble up? Because the flour will start to foam. And can cause problems. Alright. There's that. Let's take a look at our pan here. See how we are almost to Ossack right now. We're just going to get a whole other spoon. Actually, we're going to get our other pan. So here we go. So we're almost to Ossack, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of this chicken stock, and we're just going to splash a little bit of it in, about half of it, because we're going to add a little bit of cornstarch to the other half of that can and make a slurry so that we can actually thicken the sauce up. And we're going to actually let this go low and slow for a little while, do its thing, and then finish taking care of the rest of our crispy leeks. These ones are not quite ready. You can actually just dump the rest of that back in the other thing. All right. And then once when we get the cornstarch in there, then we're going to start throwing some knobs of butter, and then start incorporating the chocolate toward the end. We don't want to let the chocolate sit in that for too long, because what will happen is the emulsifiers that are in chocolate will start to actually create a very, very unsavory texture that you're not going to like. All right. So there we have that. Alrighty. Oh yeah, those are nice and crispy. It's got a little bit of color to it. Fluff it around so they're not sitting on top of one another and making each other soggy all over again. Just set those over here. And we'll come back to that. Alright. I am going to look for my other... I don't know where it went. Oh, that's right. I know, right? She just came in. They just came in from outside. Annoying little... Huh? Yeah. But she also doesn't have the bladder of a flea like she thinks she does. Oh my God. Dad, I'm gonna pee all over the floor if you don't take me out. Ooh, goulash for supper. I think I actually have to make that at work on Thursday. And for those that are new to the channel, I am the culinary director for a jail. Oops, let's grab the rest of these. I missed some. All right, so we got that going. Let's turn that back up a little bit. It's not moving like I want it to. I don't know where my little strainer went. I think I might have to stop off at the Asian market and pick up a new one. Okay, now chicken livers. I'm just gonna dredge. I'll break them into bite-sized pieces. We're gonna dredge. Forgot a plate. Watch out. Yeah, and I don't want to drop them all or drop them a couple at a time, because what's going to happen is then they're going to all get cooked all at weird times. So the best thing to do is always make sure you have all your things in place, otherwise known as mise en place, which I always forget. Spoons, plates, measuring things, always forgetting stuff. I'm always having to go back to get them. So dip into the egg wash. Let's go over the table for this. Can't really see it very well. All right. So how are we lined up? Are we lined up okay? Yeah. Okay, so, oops, I got a couple leeks stuck there. All right, so you dredge once, and then you dip into the egg wash, and then back into the dredge again. Now, some of these are going to be a little, still kind of stuck together, so you just go in and pick them apart. Now, one of the best things that you can do is rinse them off, and then let them drain, because these things are very wet. They sit in their own juice, and next thing you know it's like you got this puddle of stuff in there that's a little bit off-putting. So just go in, put them in a strainer, rinse them out with some cold water, let them drain, then put them into a container, or back into the container, but rinse the container out thoroughly too, so you get all that muck out of there. It helps to also cut back on some of that really minerally taste as well when you rinse them out. But rinse them in gentle water, so you're not spraying chicken juice all over your wall and sink and everything else that could be around your sink. Because salmonella, it's no joke, man. All right, I forgot my tablet. All right, so just go in and dredgy dredge, dippy dip. And put them on a plate. I can't believe that they would sell those things the way they do. It's like, oh God. I was like looking around all over the one store, and I'm like, do you have any chicken gizzards? No, we don't carry those. Oh, okay. Do you happen to know if your other store next door carries them? Oh, I don't know. So drove down to the bottom of the hill to the other store that I thought would more than likely have them. The only one that I did not go to was Walmart, and that's probably the one where I would find them. Just because Walmart at the beginning of the month is just really hard to get in and out. There's always a lot of people loading up on groceries about the time that EBT cards are getting refilled. I try to avoid Walmart as much as humanly possible. That's where a lot of people go to save money. Not that that's a bad thing or anything, and I'm not shaming anybody, but as a general rule of thumb, I don't like to go over there the first 10 days of the month. It's always a madhouse. And it takes forever to get in and out of there. All right, got my tablet over here. So, hello, Stephen and Jacqueline. Welcome. Alrighty, we're halfway through these. So, for those that are just joining us, I could not get the gizzards. I could, but there was like 3 ounces in one package, so it's like, why bother? This hearts cook a little longer. It takes a little longer for those to cook, and I don't know how well those would go with the sauce that I have intended. Yeah, around here the Wally World is not all that packed. It's just the first 10 days of the month. And I know that, food prices are absolutely atrocious right now. You can't slight anybody for having the need for EBT or anything. Okay? Don't take that way. I'm not trashing on people that rely on EBT. What I am trashing on is the fact that grocery prices have gone so freaking crazy. It's like one jar. I was looking for something over in the ethnic food aisle, and that's what they call it, the ethnic food aisle. Looking for something specific for something else. I wanted to wanted some tamarind paste, but couldn't find that, so I'm gonna have to just go to the Asian market for that one. And I happened to pass right by the pasta sauces because they were on the other, they were in the same aisle but on the other wall, right? And it's like $7 for a jar of ragu spaghetti sauce. Couldn't believe that. It was like, I remember back in the day when they were like, $2. And even then you were kind of scoffing at it, saying, God, that seems like an awful lot. Something needs to be done about these prices. I just don't know what. Because, it's costing more and more for less and less. And when you have a large family, especially, I'm so concerned about our kids, because it's like, they got a household of 7 over there right now. And it's like, how the hell are they able to afford things? And granted, the daughter-in-law, she's really embracing all these really cool, almost Martha Stewarty like scratch made things. I mean, she's just starting to get into baking sourdough breads and stuff like that, which I think is really cool. I just don't have the time for it or the energy, and I'm running out of flour, so I'm gonna get a little bit more flour. So what do? I mean, it's like you can go to Costco and buy a whole bunch of stuff, but when it's just one or maybe 2 of you, then what do? It's gotten to the point where, people are, looking at possibly, getting their own chickens just in order to, raise their own chickens and have eggs. But not everybody has the ability to do that, because they don't always have one property for it. I mean, it's not like you can have chickens in an apartment. So I don't know. Do not like having people pick my fruit, veggies, or meat. If I did the pickup or delivery and then they sub them, yeah, I get that. It's like one time I ordered, I was having a party, and this was, did I dip that? I don't think I dipped that. I was having a party, and I ordered a bunch of stuff from Safeway, and had it delivered, and I only needed like 3 habaneros, but somehow I ended up with 3 pounds of habaneros. I was like, what on earth is this all about? What am I supposed to do with all the rest of this? I don't like people picking out my stuff either. I get it. And I hate those little stickers that they put on things like tomatoes. Because you can almost be guaranteed that if that tomato sits in your refrigerator for a couple days, that damn thing's going to be moldy right underneath the sticker every single time. It just goes ridiculous. Okay. I'm hoping that I don't have to. Why does that looks like a chicken heart? And that is a chicken heart. Oh well. There's a chicken heart in the.
Throw it out.
Throw it out? Okay. All right. You're not eating that? Okay. Oh, but we could mail it to Tiger. Huh? How do you know?
How could I tell you if I didn't know?
Huh?
How could I tell you if I didn't know?
Well, I don't know. You're just saying that in such an as a matter of fact. Oh, you sent them a survey. Okay. All right. I see how you are. Okay. Alrighty, so now our oil is getting a little dark over here. So now we're going to just drop these in. These don't take very long at all, but you also want to be very careful because they can pop. I've gotten some pretty nasty pop burns from chicken livers. I think that's part of the reason why I don't like to cook them that often. Yeah, pop, pop. That oil is damn hot. All right. Poppity, poppity, poppity. Put this back up in the cupboard. Ow, son of a bitch. You freaking piece of... Ow, right in the neck. Man, if I go to work and they look at my neck and say, hey, Civi's got a hickey, and then gives me crap about that all day long, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. So, it's kind of funny because today I had an interview with Aramark. Not really wanting to jump ship, just like to keep my options open, you know. It's kind of funny because I had sent them my application and a resume like well over a month ago, right? Hey, Health Grow Food. They just get around to contacting me. Ow, son of a bitch. Fuck. Shit. Alright. Little bits of spite and malice. Alright. Pop that out. Stick our handy dandy thermometer in it. Like I said, these things pop and they bite. Yeah, so they're done. Alright. And they don't take very long at all. You don't wanna actually cook them to death. Okay? These are ingredients that you just don't want to cook to death. So we're just going to let them rest. I don't know about you, but I sure love chicken livers. Oh, hello. Get back over there. Actually, that one touched raw, so we're not gonna go there. All right. So the reason why the oil is really dark and dirty is because of all the flour. And some of the juices from the chicken liver. Also, one of the other things you can do to help keep these from popping is to pierce them with a fork before dredging. 4, 5, 6. Okay, there we go. All right. Let the heat catch up with that. I'm gonna get rid of this. Get rid of that. And I also found something really interesting at the store. I need to start embracing gluten-free here pretty soon because I'm having some serious problems with my skin. Got this rash that just won't go away. Had it for like 6 years, and it's time. All right, grab the other tongs. All right, rotate. All right, so like I was telling everybody earlier that our grocery stores around here don't have gizzards. So we had to switch over to chicken livers, which is similar but not. They're still pretty cheap and sleazy. One package was like $3 or less than $3. So it's an economical means to getting some sort of protein on your table. Plus, if you are anemic, eating livers is actually pretty good for you. Helps to get more iron in your body. So they look like little chicken fritters, basically. That's what they look like. I think they look kind of cute. So livers are good. I really do love them. Hey, Oyster Toad. Welcome. Long time no see. Not seen you in a while. How the hell have you been? Alright, let's take a look and see how our adobo is going. It's starting to really reduce back there on the stove. Alright. Oh, and I got a new thermometer for Christmas. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's a Typher. I think I'm actually in love. Yeah, those are done. Those are definitely done. Those are definitely very done. And like I said, you know, they don't take very long at all. Now, when you are disposing of oil, if you don't have a way to dispose of it, what you could do is wait till it cools down, mix a bunch of flour into it until it makes a paste, and then discard it in the trash. Don't ever dump it down a storm drain. Don't dump it down your drain. Don't dump it down the toilet. Don't dump it. Right? Not good. Not good for the environment. Just put a bunch of flour in there and then pitch it in the garbage after it's cooled, or else it's just gonna melt the garbage bag. So just remember that. Okay, I'm putting this in the oven, Timmy. All right. And the reason why I put things in the oven to cool is so that my animals don't come along and say, "Oh, let me stick my face in there." And next thing you know, I got a cat with facial burns or paw burns or something, which has actually happened. Not to one of my cats recently, but to one of my cats in the past. And so things go in the oven. Even at work, it's like the corrections officers are like, "Why is there a cup of sugar in the microwave?" I threw it out because I thought that they were hoarding sugar in the microwave. And I'm like, "No, we put it in there because ants." Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's okay. It's just a habit of mine. That's how I do it at home. The microwave is where I put everything. All right. So, comments? Oh, I know. Let's see here. Life hack confirmation. Clean oil to reuse by putting into a jar, add water, seal tightly, and put in a fridge upside down. In an hour, the clean oil. Yes, except for when you are cooking a whole bunch of things in that oil. Sometimes what happens is that the oil tends to pick up the flavor of whatever it was that you were frying. And so if you're cooking with fish, or using Dreams comment. Well, what are you throwing grease away? Fryer oil, just oil in general. Don't put it down your drain. Don't dump it down the toilet. Don't dump it down a storm drain, etc., etc. Add some flour to it until it creates a very, very thick paste. And then when it cools down, throw it in the garbage. Or as Tiger said, you can actually filter your oil. You can also by putting it in a jar and turning it upside down after adding water to it, which is true. But at the same time, some of those flavors might, carry over. So it's up to you. Hello, Elfish Tanks. Welcome. All right, so this is our adobo, which is kind of a spin-off of a Filipino adobo. And it has I just put just a little tiny tablespoon of cornstarch into the remainder of that chicken stock. And so now we're going to just bring this back up to temperature very slowly, because now we're going to add that chocolate and then start throwing knobs of butter at it to help with the texture. So for all the newbies that have never seen the Mystery Wheel of Misfortune, the Mystery Wheel of Misfortune is a wheel that we have, and we went low tech and we actually bought a wheel instead of using one of the digital ones that are online. And they have random ingredients all around the wheel, and we spin it to decide what is going to be the next dish for the following week. I don't know how well this is going to work because this is frickin' Hershey's Special Dark. But I tasted one, I was like, I don't remember Special Dark being this sweet. So we're just going to start with this. We're just going to start with just a little bit of the chocolate. We're going to just let it slowly marry with all the other flavors. And so the ingredients that were picked last week was chicken gizzards, rice, chocolate, and leeks. So what we did is we sauteed the leeks, added some garlic, and bay leaves, peppercorns, chicken stock, a little bit of cornstarch, the chocolate. So this could suck, or it could not suck, or it could be delicious as hell. Because the one that we made last week, oh my god, it was so good. We ate the rest of it the following night, and I was like, damn it, I wish I would have made enough for a whole week, because that would have been just absolutely divine. It was really good. It was really, really good. So the trick is that the dish has to have those components that was chosen on the wheel, and it can include other things that is already in my pantry, the refrigerator or freezer. And it's the whole purpose of the game is to, show how you can be creative with just a bunch of random ingredients in order to get, your family fed. Because there's times when, we got food insecurities. Either we ran out of food and we're between paychecks, or we just don't have the money, and we might have to go to the food pantry to supplement what little we do have. I don't know what your situation is, but I can tell you this much: when going to a food pantry, sometimes you can't always pick and choose what you want. They sometimes just hand you bags of random stuff and wish you well as you leave. And what do you do with that can of tuna fish and bag of elbow macaroni and can of cream of mushroom soup, for example? Use your imagination. Okay. Oh man, I just burnt my mouth. Okay, so there we have it. That sauce is ready. And Let's set this aside. We're going to come back over here, take a look at our rice. Our rice looks like it is just needs to be fluffed up a little bit. So we fluff here. Let's see. Yeah, our rice is done. There we go. So this is just a bag of Vigo saffron yellow rice. I didn't have any just regular rice. It's one of those things that, I thought, oh, that would be delicious with so-and-so. And it's just been sitting in there. Normally I have like, 50 gazillion variations to rice. Okay. All right. Now, our rice is done. Let's come back over here. Now, what we want to do is to keep that chocolate from doing anything weird, we want to add some fat to it. This is kind of like a mole meets an adobo. So these are just cold knobs of butter, and we're just going to just slowly let these gently do their thing in there. See how chocolate, I don't know if you can see it very well, but the chocolate is starting to separate a little bit. You can see there's dark streaks there. So the way that we bring that back is just throw some knobs of cold butter in there. Because the last thing you want is for this to harden up, and next thing you know, you got this weird tasting chocolate bar. Although it could be fun to pour it into a mold, take it to work, don't tell anybody, and just say, hey, I'm trying out a new chocolate fudge. You want to give it a taste? See what you think? And then just sit back and laugh as they take a bite, and they're like, oh my god, what the hell is this? This doesn't taste like anything chocolate. All right. A couple more. Little knobs of butter. We'll just throw the rest of the butter in there. Sure, we're going to throw the rest of the butter in there. Okay. All right. And now, and the amount of chocolate that I used, I bought like 2 extra large things of special dark. Couldn't believe how expensive 90% was, but I was also kind of afraid of the 90 or anything that was above 80%. Is that sometimes what happens is those will actually break and just turn into what looks like dirt clots when you apply heat to them and try to incorporate it with any other ingredient other than a fat. So I figured, okay, well, let's just try a special dark, see what happens. So there's like half of a special dark bar in here, maybe a third. Baker's chocolate wouldn't work very well. Some of that sweet will also help to bring out the flavor of the
Very quiet.
I'm sorry.
People are complaining.
People are complaining. Oh.
Nobody is,
But you are, because you can't hear.
but
Mr. You need frickin' hearing aids.
comment, but I'm hearing you drop off.
Are you? Am I? I didn't realize.
I'm not getting in the radio anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. All right. Give me a break. I got my back to the monitor, so I can't see what's going on. All right. Come back over here. Now that I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, chocolate. All right. Huh. Nothing in those. All right. All right, so here's our rice. Just going to give it a little bit of love with some butter. help to, you know, break up the clumps because it is kind of clumpy. Am I talking loud enough now? Or do I need to be louder? Peg it up in the red. I know, I see it now.
Look at it.
I know. I'm also trying to cook. So, anyway. All right, so we got yellow rice. Which smells very artificial. I don't know why. All right, let's go for it. All right, so here we are. Got rice. And keep it off the real estate. The real estate is known as the rim of the plate. Because that's where, if you're going to grab your plate, that's where you're going to be resting your fingers. You want to try to keep food away from that as much as humanly possible, so you don't end up with, you know, greasy fingerprints and somebody's looking at your food and looking at their plate and saying, hey, what's that fingerprint right there? So just kind of scoot it on over. Now what we're going to do, we'll take some of these chicken, not livers, kind of spread it out a little bit more. Go. Kind of shingle them a little bit so they look a little prettier. That's delicious. Okay. So now it's got some really good flavor. So depending on how much you want, you just drizzle. I wouldn't go too heavy on it. And because one of the other things that I see a lot of new cooks do is they will just cover the living stuff out of their, I almost said it, trying to monitor my behavior here. They'll totally coat their protein. The protein is supposed to be the star of the show, right? So you don't really want to do that. And also with your garnish, when you got 3 pieces there, put it in the center or put it on one of the ends, but you know, pile it up nice and high so you got that pretty crispy leek on it. And there we have it. Just want to taste that sauce. You know what? That really works. So here we have it. Mystery box or mystery wheel of misfortune with rice. Oh, other camera. This camera?
Yep.
Hi. All right. So we have yellow rice and breaded chicken livers. That was supposed to be gizzards. I'm sorry. Not driving to Tacoma. And then the crispy leeks on top. There's also some crispy leeks in the sauce. And then, of course, you got that chocolate adobo sauce right there. And the only thing that's really missing is a real vegetable. And if I were to put a vegetable with that, I think I would do green beans. If you like okra, I would do okra. I don't like okra. So, there we have it. Yay, Munchie Mafia. All right, so it's that time. We're going to need to spin the wheel for the next week. So let me scoot some things out of the way and we'll get this party started. So the question is, who has not contributed to the Wheel of Misfortune? Who needs an explanation on how the Wheel of Misfortune works? Does everybody know? This is the wheel. And so we have an outer ring. Let me move some other things around here. Ow, 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 ow. Let's put my milk away before I forget. Of course, there's a ring light in my way. Ah, get in there. All right. So, let's see where I'm at here. All right. All right, so the outer ring here is all the proteins. This inner ring right here is all vegetables. Now the vegetables, I mean, actually, let's just keep going. All right, and then I'll explain. This one here is all starches. And in this inner ring, there is what's known as the randos. The randos can be literally anything. All that I ask is please don't say shrimp, or not shrimp, what am I saying? Crab, sea urchin, or lobster. I'm deathly allergic to those. I don't want to die on YouTube. So, what we have is lamb, alligator, duck, buffalo, pork ribs, hot dogs, spam, beef ribs, chicken nuggets, fish, roast beef, sardines, pork, hamburger, and I think I already said lamb. Now, this could be any kind of meat, really.
We're not there yet. You have to spin it first to delete one.
I know that. It can literally be any kind of meat. Let me finish, Timmy. It could be out of a can. It could be frozen. It could be dehydrated, like beef jerky, for example. You know, that sort of thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin the wheel. And that also includes the vegetables and the starches and stuff. They can be canned, they can be frozen, they can be dried. Just no crab, sea urchin, and lobster, please. So what should we, I know, okra. I'm not fond of okra. I'm not fond of okra. All right, let's move this out of the way too. I can see an accident happening. So what should we spin for first? Should we spin for the protein, the starch, the vegetable, or the rando? No. Shrimp is fine. Shrimp, I can eat shrimp. I can eat shrimp. I can eat shrimp all day. It's sea urchin, lobster, and crab. Now, I can eat a limited amount of king crab and snow crab, but Dungeness will kill me faster, if that makes any sense. So, what should we spin for first? Should we go for the meat, the starch, the veg, or the rando? The protein? Protein first. Okay, let's go. Let's spin it. I love that sound.
You're easily amused.
I know. I'm so easily amused. We got pork ribs. Oh.
Oh, that's going to be nice. Really screwed up with Twizzlers.
Yeah, whoever chose Twizzlers is going to hell.
They already said Rando.
Rando is next. Okay, so let's erase this one. It's not erasing. Oh, okay. That one's erased. Whoops. All right, so we got pork ribs, which just happens to be one of my favorite meats to play with. I just might have to fire up the smoker for that one. All right, next is the rando. And we got fried hash brown patty. I think that one was Simon's. Wasn't it? No. Huh? Or frozen hash brown patties. Fried hash brown patty. Okay, so there's that one. Instead of walking in front of the camera, I'm just going to go over here and delete it. Huh? Can we? Oh. Okay. Where's my eraser?
You set it on the counter over by the ice cream machine.
I did? These paper towels aren't working. By the ice cream machine. Alright. I'm not seeing it. Oh well, I'll just figure it out. I'll figure it out.
There's the garlic and the potato.
By the garlic and potatoes?
Yeah.
Oh, I might be sitting under the garlic. No. 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 No.
Basket.
No, it's not in the basket.
Just up.
Is it up your ass?
It's got to be up yours. Sideways.
Sideways? Oh, bring lube. Bring lube. Ah, to hell with it. I don't know where I put it. I had it in my hand earlier too.
Yeah, you did.
I did. Okay, so what was it? Frozen hash brown patty. No, what was? Damn it! I just erased it.
We haven't gotten another one yet.
Well, no, I just erased it. What was it?
Hash brown patties.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So we got the rando. It's frozen hash brown patties. That one was Simon's. I know that. I remember that one. All right. So now we got vegetable and starch. Which one should we spin for next? Oh, I know, right, Tiger? Which one? Vegetable or starch? Tick tock, starch. Okay. Tater tots.
Again?
Huh? That's okay. So this is gonna be like double starch. All right. Yeah, tater tots. Squeak, 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 squeak. All right. All right, so that leaves us with the veggie. So let's go for the veggie. Swiss chard. Woohoo! I love Swiss chard. All right, so should we keep it or should we add one more to it? Vegetable tastes like sad. LOL. Yeah. Well, vegetables are good for you. You got to have vegetables. Swiss chard. Oh my god, I love Swiss chard. I have a feeling I know where I'm going to go with this, but I'm not going to tell you. But I will explain in another video how I put these recipes together. And no, I don't do any research online. They literally talk to it. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I was just thinking that too, Tiger. God, why are we so in sync? So keep it the way it is, or should we add one more out of the random ingredients? Oh, my dumb luck, it would probably be frickin' Twizzlers. That says Old Bay and that says olives. All right. Oh, you've never had Swiss chard? Oh, it's so good. You pretty much treat it kind of like a collard green, except for you don't cook it as long. But you can definitely throw in some ham hocks and into it, and cook up the smoked ham hock for a little bit, and then throw in the Swiss chard. It's really good. One more. Let's see if we can get potato. You suck, man. All right, we're gonna spin it one more time. All right, we got. There's only 2 things left in this column, but it's orzo or green olives. So which
Green
one?
olives.
Green olives. Okay, so Timmy has spoken. Green olives. All right. All right, so that means that we have a bunch of spaces to refill. Who has not added to this board yet, or to this wheel? Who has not had a chance to add their ingredient on here? Yes, green olives are good. You haven't had a chance to put one up on the board? All right, you want to pick one of the randos? No? All right. All right. So let's start with the randos. There's 2 spots open. So the first 2 that gets spat out gets thrown on there. Oh, Tiger. Your pants are on fire, man. Pants are on fire. Pants on fire. No, we don't want to see what Timmy chooses. Timmy would choose something like really ridiculous, like Diet Coke or something. And we already have a soda on there. I think it's what is it? Where is the damn thing? Ginger ale. Salmon roe. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'm stopping at the bait shop, right? All right, so we're gonna put salmon roe as one of the randos.
Des gave you a few.
Des did? How come I'm not seeing it? Oh, wild rice, rice pilaf, pork rind. We already have pork rinds. We don't have meatballs. We don't have wild rice on there yet. I don't think. No. Shark eggs, really, Mason? Those are inedible. Those are actually inedible, Mason. Unicorn horn. Come on. Now, wouldn't it be funny if I came up with an actual thing that's actually called unicorn horn, like some sort of weird freaking spice or something like that? That'd be freaking hilarious. Hey there, Simon. All right, so we're picking for the wheel. Guess what, Simon? One of yours got picked. Your frozen hash brown patty got picked. Pickled pig skins. All right, so let's see here. So we're still working. So we already have pork rinds for the rando. So we need one more rando, and we got a whole bunch of weird things. Wild rice would have been good with the chicken livers. Yes, you're right. Yes, absolutely. But we got saffron rice. Hello, Teresa. Welcome back. Quail eggs. Mike and I candy. Tiger. That's as bad as Twizzlers. All right. So who wants to vote on pickled pig skins, Mike and I candy, or quail eggs? I don't know if I can find quail eggs. This is or pickled pig's feet. Okay, so we got pickled pig's feet.
What?
Pickled pig's feet.
No one ever said that.
No, no. I think we already have cream cheese on here, don't we? No. Cheese whiz, pork rinds, blue cheese, potato chips, black beans, sour gummies, gnocchi, salmon roe, Old Bay, ginger ale, pistachios, and Twizzlers, and cheese whiz. Okay. Pickled eggs. Man, that means buying a whole damn jar. All right, so who wants to vote? Where the hell do I find pickled pig skins at?
Safeway.
Do they really have those?
Yes.
All right. Because I know what I would do with that. I definitely know what I would do with that. Mountain Dew. You and your Mountain Dew. Okay, so we're gonna put the pickle. So is that going to be a random ingredient?
Yes.
Pickled pig skin? Okay. So now we need. Do we already have ostrich on here? Okay, so. Huh?
Nothing.
Huh? I think we already have sausage. No, we don't have sausage. Okay, so. All right, so the next one is going to be vegetable. We need a vegetable. Okay, so we just added pickled pig skin to the rando as well as salmon roe. And as luck would have it, I actually have a Mexican grocery store in town. I actually have some pretty good stuff. You might do your live tomorrow. Well, I hope you do. I hope everything is going well for you, Simon. All right, vegetable. How about a vegetable? We need a vegetable. So far what we have on the wheel as far as vegetables go, we've got corn, acorn, squash, bean sprouts, Brussels sprouts, celery leaves, beets, asparagus, eggplant, peas, cauliflower, artichokes. Oh, that's right. Artichokes got added back again, didn't it? Broccoli, carrot, and corn. So, what do we want for vegetable? And Darren made a good one. Ostrich for the meat. We'll go with ostrich for the meat. Might end up being emu. I know I can get emu. Ostrich can sometimes be a little difficult. Okay, so Des says zucchini. Zucchini. Do we have zucchini? No, we don't have zucchini already on there. And tomato is a fruit, Tiger. Okay, so zucchini. So now we got the wheel of misfortune redone. We added ostrich, zucchini. Oh no, I'm sorry. We still need a starch. We're missing a starch. So what we have in the starch is Kraft macaroni and cheese, rice noodles, mashed potato, egg noodles, yams, potato salad, orzo, ditalini, fava beans, potato, baked potato, French fries, and kidney beans. So all I need is a starch. Hello, Lady Pug. Much love to you. So nice to see you. Oh yeah, I know. Fried, shredded zucchini with parm. Oh God. Now, have you ever shredded it and then coated it full of parm and put it in the oven on a silpat and made them into chips? Oh my God, they're so good. So salty, but so good. All right, so we got pumpkin and cabbage. And pumpkin was the first one, so we're gonna put pumpkin up there. Now, when you say pumpkin, do you mean frozen, canned, or fresh? We already have mashed potatoes. We already have yams. Pumpkin. We're going with pumpkin because Simon said. So, frozen, canned, or fresh? Huh? Fresh if I can find it. Yeah, that's gonna be hard. Squashes. Yeah, I don't know. Is it? Let me take a look. Could have sworn that it also can double as a starch. Pumpkin, vegetable, or starch. Site can't be reached. Pumpkin is a starchy vegetable that also contains fiber and naturally occurring sugars. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, okay, so it's a starchy vegetable, but it's not a starch. So I guess we got to pick a different one. Unless we want to stick with that one, which is fine because we already have a bunch of noodles. Let's just stick with pumpkin. Let's just stick with pumpkin. It's a starchy veg. It counts. Okay. I mean, if somebody said, "Oh yeah, add it to the vegetables," I would have added it to the vegetables too. So there we have it. Woo! The fuckery can continue. So for those that just came in, the up and coming for next Monday is going to be pork ribs, frozen hash brown patties, and tater tots, and Swiss chard, and green. What's this? Oh, olives. It says olives. I can't read my handwriting. My handwriting sucks. So, that's what I love about steel tables is I could just take a dry erase pen and just write notes all over it. And that's how we used to do our prep lists. We would just write them on the low boy lid, the lid to the low boy, and just and just for the next crew. So anyway, Munchie Mafia. Oh yes, that's right. We have an unboxing, and this came from Al Q Lunacy Queuing. A big package. What do you think's in it? Hope it's not something that's... Huh? Okay, it's kind of sticking out a little bit. Looks like somebody tried to open it. Ah! Oh my God, why? I bet you he's a real joy around Christmas. Monument Grills. Cleaning brush with replaceable brush head. Oh. Guess who's going to be doing a lot of grilling this summer. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Extra brush head. And it's got a nice scraper. Oh, that's nice. Wow, check that out. That's nice and handy dandy. I like the handle on that. It's got a nice hook on there. Monument Grill. All right.
Very nice.
Very, very nice. And if you haven't yet checked out Al Q Lunacy, go check him out. Part of the barbecue fam. Some of the other barbecue fam is also in here. We got Peaceful Des, and we also have Simon of Yes I Can. Suckle Busters Barbecue Rubs, Sauces, and Such. Best in Texas. Original SPG All-Purpose. I want to open it. It says no MSG, no preservatives, all natural. No bad stuff, naturally gluten-free. Yay! Yay. All right. Let's check it out. Oh, also Demousse, too. Okay. I like that. Took too big of a whiff there. Wow. Okay, so sea salt, black pepper, garlic, turbinado sugar. Hey! Awesome. Spices and silica. It looks like there's something else in here. Oh, it's a bottle of hot sauce, I think. Let's take a gander. So, Suckle Busters, SPG, all-purpose seasoning. Love seasonings. Absolutely love seasonings. All right. Lunacy Cueings. Cosmic Sweet Blaze Hot Sauce. Blend of smoked jalapenos, pineapple, onion, and garlic. Oh, I like the viscosity of that. It's not too thick, which means it's not going to sit on my tongue for too long. Now, if this burns coming out and I have to call out sick, I'm sending you a bill, Al. Just so you know. But yes, I do have to sample it. Oh, I love this. Oh my God. You know what? I think this would actually... This actually could... Oh my God. All right. Just proof that there is something on the spoon. The viscosity is really nice. You know what? This could actually work really well in a rimmer, and then rimming a nice glass with some turbinado sugar. Just to give it a little bit of that salty heat. Like maybe a pineapple margarita. Oh, wow. Okay. So when I make hot sauces, my hot sauces, they creep. They're creepers. They're creepers. They go for like about a minute until finally it just says, hey, we're going to F your life up, right? And then next thing you know it's like, you're wondering if you made the wrong life choice. This one here is definitely very different from my own. God, that's freaking amazing. Add it to the wheel. Can I take Twizzlers off? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I will definitely do that. Oh my God. But you know what? We got pork ribs coming, and technically it's already in my pantry. I like the fact that it lingers, but then it just goes up. I'm leaving. I don't like it when it sits on my tongue for so long that everything's burnt out and I can't taste anything. And this has a nice balance to it. So go check out Al Lunacy. Wow. Thanks, Al. I don't know if you're here, but holy hell. Yeah. Smoked pineapple. A smoked pineapple martini. Rim the glass. Put this in a rimmer. And then turbinado sugar. And that would be, or yeah. I'm gonna have to play with that. Okay. So Munchie Mafia, it is that time. It is time for us to say good night. So don't forget, cook with love, eat with passion. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you soon.
for your family, community, and friends. To always cook with love and always eat with passion, unless it has Twizzlers in it. Whoever suggested that is going to hell, as Chef Civvy says. Stir up some magic, and whisk in a little mischief. Bake a little mystery with the wheel of misfortune. I really hate saying goodbye, so let's just say a fond good night, or even a sad little toodaloo. Perhaps even until next time, maybe even a ta-ta for now. Maybe even a ta-ta for now. We'll be here or on off-topic squirrel, because talking squirrel needs love too. Well, Munchie Mafia, it is that time. I really hate saying goodbye, so let's just say a fond Well, Munchie Mafia, it is that time. I really hate saying goodbye, so let's just say a fond good night, or even a sad little toodaloo. Perhaps even until next time, maybe even a ta-ta for now. We'll be here or on off-topic squirrel, because talking squirrel needs love too. It's really been fun with all our friends, no matter if you're old or you're new. So before you let that door slam behind you, fondle that like button lovingly, and go back to your life as it were, before you hit that play button on YouTube. If you haven't yet subscribed to Munchie Mafia Official, now is the time. What's stopping you? While you're still here on YouTube, be sure to check in on Mason Hiffner. He's the goofy shark king from Florida. Sometimes he catches from daylight to dusk. Do you know about Scorepocalypse? Thanks for coming, and please remember, as you are in your very own kitchen and cooking for your family, community, and friends, to always cook with love and always eat with passion, unless it has Twizzlers in it. Whoever suggested that is going to hell, as Chef Civvy says. Stir up some magic, and whisk in a little mischief. Bake a little mystery with the wheel of misfortune. I really hate saying goodbye, so let's just say a fond good night, or even a sad little toodaloo. Perhaps even until next time, maybe even a ta-ta for now. Maybe even a ta-ta for now. We'll be here or on off-topic squirrel, because talking squirrel needs love too.